like 8 in the morning. I've been up since 3. I just woke up and started thinking about the move and couldn't go back to sleep, and my thoughts have been so disorganized. So I thought I would come sit by the Pokestops and gather up some Pokeballs because Pokemon Go has actually turned out to be far more popular than I anticipated on the main channel, and work on some various things. So I've got a whole bunch of paperwork here. I'm writing in my Joy journal right now, which I do every morning, and I have a whole bunch of plans for the channel, a whole bunch of plans for the move and for a post-move that I'm working on writing down in this big giant notebook over here. And I've also got a Nat Geo to flip through. So I'm just going to kind of spend the morning here because I tried recording and I was just tripping over my own words because I'm so exhausted. And I'm out of Pokeballs, and without those I can't record Pokemon Go. So I'm going to get the morning started here and we'll see what we see. I've already seen a heron, and maybe I'll catch something interesting to be able to report to you guys. But if nothing else, it'll be a good opportunity to just sit down and get some work done in the park and enjoy the park and enjoy being here before we move. I really like this. I hope I can do more things like this in Ann Arbor where I can just kind of go, man, I can't focus on work, I can't focus on anything, but I have some paperwork I could do and I can just pick it up and like go and sit somewhere. I wish I would have done this more before we moved. Like, well, we're not moved yet, so I'm gonna do this more starting now. Look at that. Down my tomato plant, no less. And this time, they brought friends. Oh my gosh, look at that. You naughty little ones. No wonder I heard all of this thunking on my deck and I was like, what the heck's going on out there? You want to know what's going on out there? Squirrels. And it has gone from being really, really cute to actually, they are starting to cause lots and lots of problems. So, I mean, they've made the seeds go all over the place. They have broken my tomato plant, my poor thing. So we're going to go out. Let's see what they do if we go outside. Hey. Hey, you two. Hey, you two. Whoop. Oh, that's my tomato plant. Rude. Rude. Ah, my poor little tomato plant. It tried so hard. Look, you can see the little spots where the squirrel's nails dug in. Oh, those squirrels. So big. What is it? Is it gonna bite me?
If that starts flying, you're getting locked out here.
Look at it. It's so big. What are you? He's like a big blown up version of the little one we saw earlier. What are you? Are you an alien? Oh my goodness. Why are you on my deck? Look at the size of you. Darling, he's looking at me. He has huge back legs. He looks like some sort of, what do you call those Hercules bugs? What? You went inside. I'm out here by myself. What if the bug did jump on me? Oh, that's silly, man. He ran off. Alright, what you doing, Mr. Bug? I know I took away all my plants and now you're here on my deck, huh? We did actually empty out all the pots there, except for the ones I'm like taking with me, but they are now empty. I had to dump everything, so maybe he was a member of that group. But we did it because we're moving and we are going to have all of our stuff in a truck for a week, and so our plants wouldn't have survived anyway. And I'm going to get rid of some of the old broken pots and keep some of the new pots. But look at Mr. like Alien Bug here. You're so cool, buddy. You have like the most wicked back legs. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Chips was making popcorn. That's why he went back inside. He didn't abandon me with the bug. The stove was on. That makes more sense. But yeah, we did get rid of almost all of the plants. And we're just sort of tidying up and getting ready because the move is coming, you guys. The move is coming. It's all clean. There's only a few little plant pots left. Those are the ones that I'm keeping and we're taking to Michigan with us. And everything else we emptied out and then cleaned up. And piece by piece, it's all getting ready to go. You guys, check out that really cool cloud. What does it look like to you? I kind of feel like it looks a little bit like Spyro the Dragon to me, with the wings right there, and there's the little horns that he has on top of his head, and there's his little snout. And maybe it's because the beautiful, beautiful like orange-red clouds down there look a little bit like fire to me. But then look at over here. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It really, really is. I wish I could capture this better for you guys and just show you how absolutely stunning the clouds are right now. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad I get to share these kinds of moments with you. The wind is starting to pick up again. We might have another storm. The other day it was really, really hot like this. And then that night we had a storm that was so powerful and so strong that we looked out the window around like 10 p.m. and there were emergency vehicles everywhere, and we freaked out, like on the road next to our house here. We were like, what happened? Oh my gosh. And it turns out they had actually marked the road off because it was flooded. There was a flash flood after this tremendously powerful storm. We were actually sitting outside watching the storm and watching the rain, and the lightning that came down closer than Chips and I have ever been near lightning before. It struck probably only 60 feet away from us, so it was really close. It kind of hurt, like my hand tingled and hurt a little bit after it hit, but that's probably just because I gripped my phone so hard because I had been playing Tiny Towers, and I was sitting there and I was being kind of a smart aleck talking to Chips, and I was like, man, I wonder what would happen if like lightning struck us. Like, would we be in trouble? Is it gonna hit this close? And he was like, nah, I won't hit this close. The lake's right there. The lake is the giant conductor. It'll attract the lightning. And just as he said that, a lightning bolt hit next to Snake Alley, where we go walking and find snakes sometimes, or bunnies. You guys have seen a lot of bunnies in the vlogs there. And we were both kind of like, oh, that was on the other side of the lake. That was kind of close, actually. And just as we were talking about it was close, now I was like, when should we go inside? Then there was another bolt of lightning that came down right over next to a water snake creek, which is really close to us. That's only like a 2-minute, like counting going down the stairs, walk away. And it just really startled us. We went back inside after that happened. But it started with a windy day like this after a really long, hot day. So we'll see what happens. But I'm outside on the deck, and I have been trying to get back into the habit of vlogging because I want to capture what's here with you guys, like the beautiful clouds or just the work we're doing to get ready to move. And we're keeping it kind of low-key because we're trying to pace it out through the week. So today I decided I was going to dump all of the flower pots that had already died anyway because I wasn't able to water them when we went to Bald Head Island. And I dumped all of those. Chips helped me, and then I've cleaned up the porch a little bit. We took a whole bunch of stuff over to the dumpster, just like my broken office chair that was kicking out here for forever. We just tidied up, and that's what these are for, you know, to show a diary of my life. And that's really important to me right now, especially after losing Blueberry. And that sucked. She had been sick for a while, and I showed you guys that in vlogs and showed you how I special ordered that medicine. It was $117 to special order that medicine for her, and it worked at the time. I ordered it overnight. The medicine isn't that expensive itself, but I loved Blueberry a lot. And I had the extra money in savings, and I spent it all on her because I really loved her, and I felt like that's what you do for your pets when they're sick. And there's not really like a vet around here that's good with small birds that I could have taken her to. So I did the next best thing and talked to the Goldie and Finch experts online, and they're really, really good at what they do. And they told me which medicine to get, and I bought it and gave it to her, and it worked at the time. You guys saw that. You guys saw how that happened. And she seemed to be doing better for like a month, 2 months even it's been. And then a couple days ago, I moved him out of the breeding cages into the big cages. And I noticed when I moved her that she was being a little bit frumpy again. I was like, oh, okay, I'll give her some of the medicine. So I gave her some of the medicine for a couple days, and she seemed like she was recovering and doing fine. She was actually a lot better and in much better condition than she had been in before when she was so sick. And I came in yesterday, and I had been napping because I wasn't feeling very well. I walked in and I turned, and she was dead on the bottom of the cage, and it really sucked. Birds don't give you a lot of warning, especially not small teensy little ones like that, and when it's their time to go or if they're sick, they're gone. And that's when it hit me. She's gone now, but I have video of her. And suddenly that became really precious. It didn't seem silly, it didn't seem weird, it didn't seem stupid that I make vlogs anymore. Suddenly I realized I have her when she was an egg, I have her when she was an alien nugget, I have her as a fledgling, I have her when I was so excited because I realized I had a blue bird for the first time, all on video. And I have that to help me remember her forever and ever. And now we're getting ready to move away from our home here in North Carolina, and I know that I'm going to feel so grateful and happy when I watch these vlogs a year from now. Even if I love where we are in Ann Arbor, even if by a year from now I'm busy like trying out vlogging in Taiwan, which is going to be amazing. But I know I'm going to be so grateful with the wind, with remembering, with the memories, with looking at the videos and going, oh, I remember that windy day. Seri, your audio was awful. You couldn't hear anything because you wanted to stand out in the wind. Who stands in the wind while they record, Seri? And it's just so fun. Because even though I was so sad, it made me feel so much better to realize not only do I have like pictures of her that way, but with the video I have my excitement and my love for her that was alive and active at that time to see again and to experience again and to live again. And that was really cool. So that's why I'm not going to think it's dumb that I vlog. I'm not going to think that it's goofy or weird, or I should be like, Seri, if you're not a fashion model, or if you're not like traveling the world 24/7 or showing off delicious food that you're eating, why are you vlogging? Because I'm sharing my life with myself and with you guys. And honestly, I wish I could find more people like that, where it was just their daily life, but they pursued it with passion and love and gratitude and attention, like attention to the details of what's going on in their life. So not just, I've been sitting at my desk working today, but the wind is blowing really hard, lightning struck, my bird died, it really sucked. But it made me realize I'm so grateful for the vlogs I have where I can see her alive and I can see my excitement about interacting with her and my concern and love as the living things that they were at the time. The living emotions I had, and as well as the living bird, are saved forever now. And that's really, really comforting to me. And we're getting ready. So the move is coming together. I'm kind of sad. I'm hoping I can pull off another birdseed diary or two before we go. So I'm going to try putting down the mats again and seeing if the birds will come back just for a couple more birdseed diaries. We are going to be putting all of our stuff in boxes probably Friday or Saturday. And Sunday, when it's going to be 104 outside, the movers are coming to load everything into the pods, and then the pods are being shipped up to Michigan, and we'll meet them there on August 1st. That's the plan. That's going to be the big new phase of life. So that's happening. So thanks, guys. I'm really grateful that you're there. I'm really grateful to be able to do this. And not all the days are going to be super exciting and super fun, and some days I'm just going to tell you how I swept birdseed and dumped flower pots and buried my bird and the weird ways that made me grateful. But I guess I just really love the stories, the slice of life stories. That's one of my favorite genres to read in manga. So I guess that's one of my favorite genres of things to watch. And I am a firm believer in creating what you love. So there we go. Alright, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I just posted on the main channel that I'm just going to depart from having a schedule for the next couple weeks. Because yesterday I was so sad. Normally when I'm sad, I can still create things, and I was so numb with the overwhelming sadness of like 4 deaths in the last 2 months and the move coming up, and overwhelmed everything in me for what needs to be done, that I couldn't even create yesterday, and it startled me. So that's why I threw the schedule out the window. I'm just gonna see what happens, like what I feel like I have the capability to do while we handle this move. And I'm going to take responsibility with myself by knowing if I make that choice to do that and throw the schedule out, then after we get settled, I need to come back stronger and more professional and organized than ever. So those are my goals, and for now I'm going to listen to the wind chimes that our neighbors have on their patio, and I'm going to smell the way the wind is carrying all sorts of interesting North Carolinian plant scents, and I'm going to go hug Chips and get ready.